Welcome, I'm Wayne Hilborn and I'm here to share truths that are totally overlooked in our time. Forget calorie counting in gym sessions. The key to weight loss lies in water deficit, not calorie deficit. Water deficit, not calorie deficit. And when it comes to the mystery of life after death, fear not, for your consciousness is outside of your brain, existing as simultaneous events, retrocausality that unsmart still deem memories. These two truths are unheard of. Nobody else teaches this, but that's just the beginning. Stay tuned, open-minded listeners, as I unveil more secrets on this channel where miracles are simply too easy. Hello, I'm Wayne Hilborn, and I'm going to teach you how to safely lose 60 pounds or 28 kilograms every month, safely. So, well, it's if you're overweight. This is a dry fasting study. All you need to do to Google this is Google dry fasting PubMed. So this is a PubMed study from Germany, and it's called Dry Fasting Physiology Responses to Hypovolemia and Hypertonicity. Now in this study, the people all lost 7 kilograms in 5 days. 7 kilograms in 5 days is a lot of weight, and that is after refeeding. I personally have lost 150 pounds, 63 kilograms. I'm skinny and healthy now, but I was 300 pounds. I personally lost 17 inches off my waist. I've lost more weight than Richard Simmons, and I really am against the exercise now that they endorse. So let's break down the mathematics. 1 kilogram is considered 7,700 calories. So 7 kilograms would be 53,900 calories. If you ran at an aerobic pace for 500 calories per hour, you would need to run for 107.8 hours to equal that same amount of weight loss if you were using calories as your method of losing weight. Exercise is very dumb for weight loss. The only real way to lose weight is water deficit, not calorie deficit, water deficit. And I know I repeat that sometimes, but you need to understand that weight loss is about water deficit, not what they've been teaching us all this time. So to run 107.8 hours in 5 days, you would need to run 21.56 hours a day, which would only leave you 2.44 hours a day for sleeping. So if you slept for like 2+ hours every day and then got up and then ran at an aerobic pace for 21.56 hours every day, then maybe you could lose as much weight as I could lose lying in bed in my underwear. And I tell you, lying in bed in your underwear watching Star Trek reruns is a much easier way to lose weight than what I may make it sound. It's actually quite simple. You just go to bed and you sleep. Now, I'm not talking about weight loss that's based on water weight. A lot of people watching this will say, oh, that's water weight, it'll all come back, it'll all come back. But no, I'm telling you, my 150 pounds, my 63 kilograms is not going to come back. Pay attention if you're heavy, because this is the secret that you need to lose a ton of weight. It's always about water deficit. It was about water deficit. So I have a go-to. These people in this study, they all went 5 straight days. They went just like from Monday to Friday basically, and they didn't eat or drink in that time, and they lost 7 kilograms after refeeding. Now the way I've done it is I would go 2 days dry fasting, then I would rehydrate for 1 full day, which is safe. Like I only went 48 hours dry, and then I went 24 hours where I just water fasted, and then I went 48 hours dry again. So I never went more than 48 hours without rehydrating, and I lost the same 7 kilograms as these PubMed people claim, and I didn't go the 5 straight days. So why was my results the same as in this PubMed study? I'm curious about that, but I'm assuming that I was probably a lot heavier. Like I was 300 pounds, and my waist was 17 inch bigger than it is now, because I was buying jeans that were like I'm size 30 now. My jeans before were like size 47, 48. I think I was even like looking at size 52 jeans. I was really big. And so I know that all you have to do to lose all this weight is just go to bed and watch TV. If you went to bed for the weekend, if you just went to bed for the weekend and you slept, you would lose more weight after refeeding. Like if you went to bed for the weekend and then you refed and everything like that, and then you got on the scale, you would notice that you lost more true fat than had you run back-to-back marathons. Like this is the way to lose weight by like there's no method on earth that comes as close as dry fasting. Dry fasting is considered at least 3 times better than water fasting for your health also. So I know there's a lot of like misinformation out there about people saying, oh, you need to hydrate. But no, not when you're water fasting. It's actually, this may sound counterintuitive because what we're doing is it's a different process than calories. We're not making our body seek glucose from the fat. We're making our bodies seek the 7% water that is in every fat cell. And dry fasting is autophagy on steroids. Autophagy, mitophagy, these things are better than nutrition. These things are necessary for our health. I think that dry fasting I think Sundays were meant for dry fasting because we know historically that King Tut's dad was likely Moses, and Egypt was very, very big on dry fasting, or fasting. I don't know about dry fasting, but they talk about Egyptians, they would do water fasts like for a month every year and stuff like that. And I imagine that they probably dry fasted like on a weekly basis. If like some of these people that lived like 1,000 years type thing, I think our human bodies are designed to live for 1,000 years as they are right now. Because after 4 days of a water fast, your body creates stem cells in every organ. I'm 56. I have very low gray hair and stuff like that. I look at other people my age and their hair's all gray and stuff like that. You can say genes or whatever, but I'm telling you, it has to do with your ability to cleanse and do the autophagy and mitophagy and get your body going and back in shape. And it's not about exercise. It's the weight loss that comes from we're like camels. It's the weight loss that comes from when our bodies seek water from the fat. Now, one secret I have is to before any fast, avoid sugars the day before, because sugars are the main culprit for ghrelin hunger pains. I speak as a faster, and any faster that's done it, they'll say, oh, the hunger pains on the first day were too much, and that's why I quit. That is caused by the sugars. So go easy on the sugars before. And to break a fast, Edgar Casey advises to drink a 1/4 cup of olive oil, and I've always thought that was sort of a wise, it's yucky, but when you come off a dry fast, the first thing you should do is have a shower. Get some of that reverse osmosis. Let your cells drink the water and have reverse osmosis. So let your cells drink the water directly from the shower, like from their skin, and then go to the kitchen and then have a glass of water, nice from the fridge, and then like I said, the 1/4 cup of olive oil, then you can have that. That's your first food after a fast. And like I said, that comes from Edgar Casey, not me. And then from then you can chase it. That's a little bit icky, drinking like a 1/4 cup of olive. It's a little icky. You got to drink down some juice or something after that. But you're breaking the fast, so you're allowed to have juice and whatnot then anyway. So this is a very, very simple yet counterintuitive way for people to lose a ton of weight really, really fast. As I'm uploading this, I am the only YouTuber that tells people that exercise is a horrible idea for weight loss. Exercise is for people really, really bad at math. But I've done what this PubMed study has proven. So I know that there's people like Oprah Winfrey and other weight loss gurus out there, like Richard Simmons. Like, I never had to do any jumping jacks. I just lied in bed in my underwear and I watched TV. I watched binge watch, and that's actually one of the secrets also, because you can't really count the first day of a dry fast as actual fasting. You have to wait until like day 2 when all the food and the water's gone out of your system, and then you can start thinking, geez, my body's burning like 21.56 hours of fast running per day while I'm doing this, and your urine will be like a darker color because it's all coming out. Now, you will have a massive headache, because what's happening is your body is releasing all the fat, and our bodies wrap up the chemicals in that they don't recognize. They think, oh, maybe that's something I don't know about, and I'll just store that my fat for later, and then if I ever need that MSG and aspartame or whatever, then I can get it. But like, we don't really need the MSGs and the aspartame and stuff like that our body wraps into fat. So all that stuff is released into our bloodstream. It can't just, like, it doesn't just pop off into the air. It has to come out in our bloodstream, and then it's processed through our kidneys, our livers, and our skin. And I'm talking 3 showers per day type stink. Like, day 5 of your first fast, you're gonna stink like high heavens. Like, no one's gonna want to come. If you like have family or whatever, you're gonna have like 3 showers a day to like be bearable. It's fasting. Your first few fasts, you're taking out all these chemicals, and they have to process through your skin, liver, and kidneys. So it's very much common sense. I know that I said that I am the only person that talks about the stupidity of exercise for weight loss in our day and age, but there's something else that's really dumb for weight loss, and that's water fasting. Water fasting is only calorie counting. Your body will never, never, never seek the water from the 7% water from every fat cell if we're hydrating fools. So you need to really dry fast to get this effect. And we're like camels. Like a camel will lose a ton of weight when they're like out in the desert and stuff like that. Well, we're the same way apparently. And this should have been common sense 300 years ago, 3,000 years ago. This should have always been known. People should never have reached the point that we are today. This is a topic that is very, very important. So learn what I'm teaching and teach this, please, please, please. And if you know like weight loss gurus like Richard Simmons or Oprah Winfrey, just like go up to them and like smack some sense into them or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a violent person, but I mean, like, this is an important topic, and if Oprah Winfrey needed an actual smack to like learn this so that she doesn't kill people with her what she thinks is kindness, then so be it. Because like you could go to your doctor today and you could say, "Oh, doctor, I saw a video about dry fasting. Should I dry fast?" He'll say, "No, you'll die after 3 days of no water." And I personally have gone 4 days with no water, and I wasn't even thirsty at the end. So this is all I know. And these people in the PubMed study, they didn't die after 3 days of no water. That was just an old wives' tale that was keeping us fat for the last century. And this is very important because I look out there, I see fat people running or jogging or whatever, and I can feel their pain because I was that fat guy. Like I said, I lost 17 inches off my waist, and I'm thin and healthy and happy, and I feel like a 20-year-old inside. I may not look like a 20-year-old inside, but I feel like a 20-year-old inside, and that's good enough for me. So this is a very important topic. It needs to be examined by all, and there's one way to find out, and that is just to do it. Like, just sleep all weekend, feed yourself, refeed. It's called refeeding. Then refeed yourself and like get back up. Don't even weigh yourself that day. Just like don't like sleep all weekend, which is dry fast. That's just how I say dry fasting because it's that easy. It's just as simple as playing video games, binge watching Star Trek reruns in your underwear, whatever. But at the end, don't like get on the scale right away. Refeed for a day and like all Monday and everything and get yourself back to normal. And then on Tuesday, go on the scale and you'll see that you're like at least 1 kilogram lighter than when you went than you were on the Friday before. So like this is real. This is like and that's only if you go a weekend, and that's only really 1 day of effect because like I said, you can't really count the first day of a dry fast as anything because your body still has the food and the water and everything from the day before. So I think that's worth it to go the extra 4 days or whatever. Plus, after 4 days of water fasting, you get the stem cells in every organ, like this. So you're adding to your longevity, you're adding to your health, you're adding to all your organs. There's nothing unhealthy about it. So So there's one trick to dry fasting, and that's when you wake up, watch a bunch of fasting videos on YouTube. Like, not just mine. Watch other people's fasting videos on dry fasting, and learn about all the healthy benefits of it. And you'll be like, wow, this is so good for me. I'm so happy. Yeah. And that's all there is to it. Just research. And then also, when you're on that second day, I mentioned you're losing more weight than aerobic running. So like, if you're thinking at like noon, you're like, okay, I've had enough. I'm gonna go have like a glass of pop or water or whatever it is. And so you're thinking, okay, I'm gonna give up. But that's when you don't give up. So that's when it's worth it to go and watch one episode of, like, binge watch something. Like, just because every extra hour you go is like a 5K fun run in calories. Like, you'd burn like at least like 400 calories, like, just every hour that you're just, you're not burning calories, because it's unrelated to calories at all. It's water deficit. It's similar, it's akin, but it's not the same thing at all. So anyways, I'm Wayne Hilborn. This is how you lose a ton of weight really, really, really easily and fast. I don't know how to get this news out there. I thought about, like, I tried to bring this to the attention of my local university, and I went down to the medical building at the University of Toronto, and I was like, I've lost 150 pounds, 63 kilograms from dry fasting, and I was basically laughed out of the building. I didn't really know anybody to talk to, and I've written a few letters to different universities and stuff like that, but I mean, they probably all these are people that they teach to work out at a gym and that exercise is good and that. And here I am saying exercise is dumb. So imagine me walking into a university screaming, exercise is dumb, exercise. Well, I wasn't doing that. But I mean, this is what I'm doing here. I'm telling you, exercise is dumb. And there's one way to lose weight effectively, and that's dry fasting. Hospitals should already have dry fasting retreats because if you're 100 pounds overweight, imagine the fattest person you know. If they went into a hospital and they just binge watched Star Trek. I'm saying hospital. You don't need to be in a hospital. You could do this at home. But I mean, really fat people, they should have, like, maybe doctor supervision. Like, they should have a medical supervised dry fasting clinics that do this. Just because it's probably, there might be dangers for some people that are, like, unhealthy and stuff like that. There's probably people that, like, are diabetic and stuff like that need to lose weight, but that can't do it that can't dry fast effectively because they don't know how to, like, regulate their insulin based on, like, their weight and stuff like that. It's based on, like, what they're eating and stuff like that. So they don't really have some people don't have as much opportunities. If you're healthy enough that you can dry fast, then you don't need to do it at a hospital. But imagine the very fattest person you know, the very fattest. Now, imagine, okay, I'm recording this on March 17th. The very fattest person I know could be thin and have abs by summertime. It's that easy. Like, I mean, they just need to lose the 28 kilograms a month. So if I did my 5 days, or these participants did this 5 days, Monday to Friday every week, and then they ate calorie neutral every weekend, then that's easy math. Like, I'm not saying they could actually lose more than 28 kilograms a month, because I lost, after refeeding, I lost 7 kilograms each and every 5 days that I did that, which is my 2 days dry fasting, 48 hours, and then 24 hours of rehydration. Salt is part of hydration. You need 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt when you rehydrate. Don't overdo it, because that will deplete your potassium. But you'll need, salt is part of hydration. So just remember that on your rehydration days, to take 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. It can be it doesn't have to be Himalayan salt. It can be just table salt. As long as it's sodium, it's good. So I never go longer than 48 hours, and then I rehydrate for 24 hours, and then another 48 hours dry fasting. So that's 5 days. And then on the weekend, all you have to do is eat normally. If pop and chips is your normal, that's fine. But like if you ate like 10,000 calories on that Saturday and the Sunday, your weight might go up, and that might spoil the outcome of the 28 kilograms that I'm saying. But I'm saying that if you ate calorie neutral, which is just normal eating every weekend, and you did 5 days of alternate day dry fasting, or like this you would lose like 60 pounds a month or 28 kilograms a month. So the very fattest person that I know could go and do this starting today, and they could be thin by summertime. 60 pounds a month. So like within like 3 months, they'd lose like 180 pounds, like that. And it's not like 3 months is a long time, but I mean like 180 pounds. That's avoidance of liposuction surgery. That's avoidance of stomach stapling. There's people out there that are diabetic that have gone blind because of their obesity. I was morbidly obese. My fat's not going to suddenly reappear. This is honest to God truth of what it's like. You need to understand that there's nothing as unsmart as exercise. Exercise is for idiots when it comes to weight loss. So divest of gyms, because they're going to be a thing of the past. This information isn't just going to be coming from me. This information is out there. And it's people, even though I'm the only person that I know of that currently teaches exercise is dumb, it's going to be a lot of people soon. Like I spend a few hours probably per day trying to like spread this word out there. I know I'm just doing like a lazy video on it, but I do spend a lot of time like emailing different weight loss gurus and whatnot, and it probably falls on a lot of deaf ears. But if you found this video, you've found weight loss gold, and I really, really hope that, blessed that you find happiness and thinness and healthiness and everything, because it's really, really easy. And anyway, so just get to that second day and then just click next, watch next episode, watch next episode, watch next episode. Weight loss is very, very simple. And watching TV, binge watching Star Trek reruns in your underwear all day is not as hard as what I'm making it sound. So losing weight is extremely easy. And I know it requires a little bit of self-discipline to lose that weight, but whatever. It is what it is. It's actually less self-discipline than water fasting, because water fasting, you're running to the fridge every 2 hours and you're chugging down the water. I was a water faster. I did a 40-day water fast a long time ago, and I actually started on a dry day because I knew then that dry fasting has less hunger. So it's actually easier if you're used to water fasting. This is simple for you because dry fasting has less hunger. It's like there's less hunger pains when you're dry fasting. So another, like I said, avoid sugars the day before and rehydrate with the olive oil and water and the shower and everything like that. But I've covered all that. So I'm going to end this video, and blessings to you. Blessed be blessed, and so mote it be. This is how you lose 28 kilograms, 60 pounds every month. And you don't have to do it every month. You can do it, you could do like this 5 days every month. And it would take you maybe a year as opposed to the 3 months, but you'll get there. And I know it's, what I'm saying sounds sort of counterintuitive if you were like medically educated in the 1980s, but this is the year 2024 when I'm recording this, and so this should be common sense. Well, this should have been common sense back in the 1980s. All that crap. I can't even believe how dumb our ancestors were. Like, this is so easy and so simple, and it's just, we're just like camels, and it should have been obvious. Anyways, blessings. I'm Wayne Hilborn. I teach miracles and magic and apparently weight loss. So blessings. Take care. And that's a wrap, folks. I hope I broadened your horizons today. As a modern Canadian magician, I've got a knack for tuning into the universe and understanding the intricacies of reality. From healing to life coaching and fitness instruction, I'm your go-to guy for a holistic approach to well-being. If today's topic struck a chord with you, send some positive vibes out in the universe. And while I don't ask for personal donations, your generosity could help elevate the quality of my future content and publications. Whether through Patreon, direct support, or local collaborations, your contributions are greatly appreciated. Remember, folks, it's all about that water deficit. Dry fasting holds the key to shedding those pesky pounds, and I'm here to debunk the myth that exercise is the be-all and end-all for our weight loss. Forget about calorie counting. It's all about tapping into that 7% water in our fat cells and saying goodbye to them forever. And let's not forget the other nugget of wisdom I bring to the table. The nature of memory is a series of simultaneous events. No brain required to store those precious moments, folks. You'll be conscious forever. If you're hungry for more of what I have to offer, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for future updates. Wishing blessings upon you all, and remember, in a universe governed by the mind, worry is the only true evil. Stay positive, stay blessed, and keep spreading the love.